Hello everyone and welcome to another session on NCEES FE exam mathematics practice session. In this session we will be solving some questions and I will teach you how to use your calculator efficiently to save time, because that is very important to know your calculator, right? And also we will see how to use that FE handbook where the formulas are written and how they are going to help you. Also, we have to save time, right? So if you can remember the results, you can easily solve those questions. In that case, you don't need this handbook also. But okay, we will see how to use the handbook to save our time and how to use the calculators to save the times. Okay, so here is the first question. As you can see here, the equation of a sphere with the center 1, 0 and -2 and the radius is 9 units. So everything is already given to you. So if you do know the equation of a sphere in 3D, you can easily solve this question, right, in no time. But if you want to use your handbook, so this thing is also available in the handbook. If you go to the mathematics portion, under the quadratic surfaces, this sphere, the equation of the sphere is already given to you. You can make use of this. See here, the center is HKM, then the equation of the sphere will be x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square plus z minus m whole square is equal to r square. R is the radius. So I will make use of this and we can easily solve this question, which says the equation of the sphere having the center 0, 1, -2 is going to be equal to what? X minus 0 whole squared plus y minus 1 whole square plus z minus minus plus 2 whole square is equal to r square, which is 9 square. So can you see your final answer is x square plus y minus 1 whole square plus z plus 2 whole square is equal to 81. Just check out your options. In one line you got the answer. Option A is the only correct, right? So just by looking in the FE handbook you can solve this question, or also if you do remember the result, how to find the equation of sphere with the given radius and center, it's very easy for you. In seconds you can give the answer. Let's see the next question. The question says three lines are defined by these. Equation of lines are given to us and they says the three lines will form the vertices of a triangle like this, right? If a triangle is formed by these three lines, then obviously if you have two lines, their point of intersection will give you one vertex. Similarly, other two vertices can also be calculated by their point of intersection. So in short, you have to solve the equation of lines one by one. In this, you can make use of your calculator. Solve these two equations in your calculator under the simultaneous equation solver. So you will get their point of intersection. Similarly, go for the remaining two. If you choose these two, you will get another point of intersection, and if you choose first and third, you will get the third point of intersection. So in this way you can do this question easily. Okay, so if you choose x plus y is equal to 0 and x minus y is equal to 0, put this in your calculator, right? First thing is that just put this in your calculator and you will find that their point of intersection comes out as 0, 0. Obviously origin is their point of intersection for this part. So put that answer 0, 0 for the first, 0, 0. Okay, so you can reject option C and D instantly. Now next part is solve these two. Take x minus y equal to 0 and 2x plus y equal to 1, right? So now let us find the solution for these two, where we have x minus y equal to 0. Again use the calculator and you will find that calculator gives you the result as 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. And see which one is correct. Option A is the only correct because 1 by 3 is not present in the option B. So this gives you your answer just by using your calculator. No other calculation required, because they clearly say find the vertices if these three lines forms the triangle. So as we know, if we have these two lines, their point of intersection will give one of the vertex of a triangle. Okay, so in this way option A is the correct answer. Next question. The indefinite integral of x raised to the power 3 minus x plus 1. As we are already familiar with integral of x to the power n dx. What is that? It's x raised to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, where c is the constant of integration. N is already given to you in each of these terms. So here what will be the integrals of these two? These obviously for the integration of x cubed, right? You have x raised to the power 4 by 4. So let us solve it. We get 1 by 1 x raised to the power 4 by 4 for the x cube. Then there is a negative sign. Integral of x, which is going to be x raised to the power 2 by 2. Yes, it is. Then for 1 integral is x. So where you have to add always the constant of integration plus c. So this is your answer. I think it will take hardly 10 to 15 seconds to solve this problem. And see, you got your answer. Option D is the correct answer for this. Right? So solve these questions. Practice as many questions as you can and you will be able to solve any question in your FE exam. It's very easy to pass exam if you do remember the results. That is more important. So you don't need that FE book. If you want to use FE book, yes, that is always there for you. Handbook is always available. Okay. Now the next question. Next question says, which of the following is the general solution of the differential equation and the boundary conditions are given? So in this case also it's a obviously linear differential equation with initial value problem. You can, if you do know the result, that how to solve a linear differential equation of the form dy by dx plus py is equal to q. You have to find first the integrating factor, which is given by e raised to the integral p dx, and the solution is given by y times integrating factor is equal to integral of q times integrating factor plus c, where c is constant of integration. If you do remember this result, you can easily solve it. If you don't remember this, don't worry, the formula is also available in your handbook. If you go to the section of differential equation, you can find the linear differential equation solution under the differential equation portion. Here it is. First order linear homogeneous differential equation with constant coefficient. If your problem is of type this, see, they are not having the q value. Right side part is 0. So put q equal to 0 as it is also given in the question. So just by looking at this, you can see the answer will be y is equal to c, where c is constant of integration, times e raised to the power minus at, where a is what? The coefficient of y. So if you use this, then also you will get the answer in no time. Okay. So let us use this and solve our question. So what do you think? We have 5. So in our question, we will be having the value of a as 5. So you can just put that value, that also give you the correct value, or you can find the integrating factor, which comes out as e to the power integral of 5, which is nothing but 5x. So this is your integrating factor, and the solution is given by y times integrating factor is equal to c. Q part is 0, so no need to write this part for this question. For this particular question only I am saying, is equal to c. So y is equal to c times e raised to the power negative 5x, because that will go to the denominator and you can write it like this. But it is not our answer directly, because they are also providing us the initial value problem, and you are already aware of it, that y of 0 is equal to 1. It means if you have x equal to 0, then y is equal to 1. So here substitute x equal to 0 and y is equal to 1 to get the value of c. I'll get y equal to 1 here. C e raised to the power negative 5 times 0, that will gives you power 0, and e raised to the power 0, any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is always 1. So you get 1 is equal to c, because e to the power 0 is 1. So c is 1, and what's your answer now? So final solution is y is equal to, from here plug in the c back to the general equation, we get y is equal to e raised to the negative 5x, or in this question we are given in terms of t, so we will use t. Okay, everywhere we will use t. That's our solution. Okay, so from the option, as you can see, which one is correct? E to the power minus 5t, option B is the answer for our question. B option is correct, right? So you just have to remember the solution, how to solve a linear differential equation with constant coefficient, and in no time you can solve this question. Next question, let's move to the next. Here the question says the roots of f is equal to x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6 divided by x plus 1 is most nearly. Here also you can use your calculator. That is the fastest way to solve this question. Use the calculator. What is the meaning of root? Means those values of x which will satisfy this equation and make right hand side equal to 0. So here what you can do is just use the numerator part. Take this portion and in your calculator put it under the solution of cubic equation. Equation solver and cubic equation, if you put, you will get your 3 values of x. Okay, when you put this you will get 3 values of x. They comes out as minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3 using the calculator. But the thing is, you cannot choose the first one. There is a reason. You cannot take minus 1. It is not in our solution. The reason is, if you take x equal to minus 1, the denominator becomes 0. It means that is not a part of the domain. So make sure that denominator is never equal to 0. So you have to reject x equal to minus 1, and your answers are the remaining 2 values, which you can say x is equal to negative 2, negative 3. So option C is correct. I hope you get this, because you cannot select all the values. You have to check if they are satisfying or not, if they are part of the domain or not. Here I cannot take x equal to minus 1 because that is making my denominator part 0, and it is not allowed. You cannot take denominator 0. So in this way you can solve it, or there is a long division method also by which you can solve this question. So, but I will not recommend that long division method because you already have your calculator with you. Long division method is not useful. So see how easy it is to solve the question in no time. You just have to practice. Okay, do more questions on this, you will get your answer. I'll show you how easy it is to solve a question using the calculator for other questions also. Okay, so let us take this next question. It says, suppose f of t is the function which is given by t squared here. The area under the curve from t lying between 0 to 2, and the change in t is given as 0.5. So from 0 to 2, between 0 to 2, how many points are there? How many values of t will be there? One is 0, next one will be 0.5, the next one will be plus 1, next one will be 1.5, and the last one is 2. So you are having 5 such values lying between 0 to 2 with a difference of 0.5 in it. Now they clearly mentioned that you have to use the trapezoidal rule. Okay, so let's check the handbook. There is a direct formula provided in the handbook that you can use. And here it is. So if you check the formula, it is already available in your handbook as trapezoidal rule given below. So just use this trapezoidal rule to solve this question. Can you see? It says if you have integral from a to b fx dx, that is same as what? Change in value divided by 2 times, you have to remember this expression and it is very easy. Last value, value of the function at last point, value of the function at first point, which is fa fb, and in the middle you have 2 times the sum of all the values, mid values you can say. right? So just use this in order to get your answer. Okay, so here also I am going to use the same thing in order to get my answer. So it says you need to find the area, right, using this integral formula, and we will use it in order to get our answer. So let's do the calculation part. We have the values at f of 0. Let us find the values first, then I will plug in to the answer. We have, using that handbook, a is equal to 0.5 over 2 times. Now we will be having the values f of 0. What is that? Put t equal to 0, we get 0. What is f of 0.5? Which is 0.5 whole squared. What is f of 1? That is 1 squared, which is 1. Then f of 1.5, which is 1.5 squared, right? I am just using this definition which says f of t is equal to t squared. So I am taking t, substituting it, and I am getting the value of my required function. F of 2 is equal to 2 squared, or which is 4, you can say. Now as I said, first value and last value you have to put 0 and 4 here. F of 2 and f of 0 are done, plus 2 times the sum of all mid values, right? So mid values are, this is first, this is second, and this is third. You have to choose these 3 also. So which is giving you 0.5 squared plus 1 squared plus 1.5 squared. You can make use of your calculator to get this value, and you will get the value comes out as approximately 2.75. So you can say 2.75 square units will be our area. Option B is the only correct. So all you have to do is just remember the trapezoidal rule, which says difference upon 2 times, then you have to choose the, you have to take all the values, right, at the first, at the end, plus 2 times the value of the function at all the middle points. So this is your answer. Using the calculator you can solve it in no time. Next question is, it's obvious, it is very easy. You have to find the determinant of this. So various ways are there. You can use the Kramer's rule, or you can find the determinant using the calculator also. It will be better if you use your calculator to solve this question. Although the how to solve the determinant of 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 is also given in the handbook, but you don't need that because your calculator can do this, right? So just put these values in your calculator under the determinant calculation, right? So just put those values 302, 413 and minus 250 in the calculator, and that directly gives you your value comes out as -1, and that is your direct answer. See, and no need to do anything, just plug in to your calculator and that gives you your value, right? How easy it is. Or you can check your handbook also. The formula to calculate the determinant of 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 is also given in the handbook, but I will not recommend it because it's very helpful to use the calculator to get the determinant value. The inverse, matrix transpose, everything is also provided in the handbook. See, here it is, the formula for solving a third order determinant, right? You are already having these values in your question. Elements are given 302, just use those elements here and you can get your answer. Okay, but use the calculator, more efficient. Next question. It's also can be solved by using the calculator under the matrix multiplication. You can use the calculator to solve this matrix multiplication. 2 matrices are given to you and you have to multiply these two. Okay, so again you can choose these values, put them in the calculator and be sure that make sure that you are selecting correct matrix for the first. You cannot interchange them. This is your first matrix, this is your second matrix, right? You cannot interchange them. So please be careful while entering the values in your calculator. So put these values in the calculator under the matrix multiplication calculator, and you will find the value of these comes out as -17, -1, -13, -69, which is obviously your option A correct. Or if you want the long method, you can go for matrix multiplication, which is done by row column method. So first row element, first column element, multiply these and you will get your answer. So 4 times -2, 4 into -2, then plus 3 times -3. So 3 times -3. Solve these, you will get your answer for the first element. This is the first element. When you solve it, you can see you are having -8, -9, which gives you -17. So only by calculating the first element, I can say this is the only option which is having the -17 as the first element in it. So here also you can say this is the only correct answer, because all the other options, no need to calculate those, because it is the only matrix having the first element as -17. So just rejecting all those options will work. I hope you get this. So in this video I showed that how easy it is to solve a question if you use the calculator, if you know how to use your handbook, and you do remember few results, right? So that's it for this session, and if you need any other help, you need one-on-one session, group session, or have any assignment, homework, doubt clearing sessions, just contact us on this number and I'll help you in your exam to pass. Thank you for watching this session. See you in the next part. Keep watching, keep learning, and if you have any query, you can just ask me in the comment box. I'm here to help you all.